Hello everyone and welcome you to part 3 of my Lies of P walkthrough. Today we will cover Venigni Works. To reach Venigni Works, unlock the gate at Krat City Hall using the key provided by Geppetto at Hotel Krat. We'll head directly toward the workshop puppet facing away from us and execute a fatal attack.
Here it is, Venigni Works. Everything you see here belongs to Venigni, the classiest playboy and most brilliant inventor in Krat.
After taking it down, let's collect the throwing cell and turn around. On the left near the entrance, we'll find a document titled Miracle Cure.
You gotta be curious about the guy. What kind of person is he? I wish we could find him.
Look to your left toward the nearest building to spot a puppet clinging to a ledge. You can either throw a projectile at it to make it fall down and then proceed with a falling strike, or you can make your way over to the ledge to trigger the puppet to climb up. Either way, deal with it, then drop onto the roof of the building below. The wooden walkway leading to the adjacent roof will break when you attempt to cross. Instead, jump across the gap and sneak up behind the puppet to perform a back step to collect a vivid ergo fragment. Since a ranged workshop puppet is positioned at the back of this area throwing thermites at us, I will dispatch of it using a throwing cell. What? The fucking tree, man! Are you fucking kidding me? And continue dispatching the other puppet nearby that way as well. God, I wasted one! These are very limited, I can't just waste them! Then drop down into a narrow alley behind the building to perform a falling strike on another workshop puppet. Check the dead end in this alley to find an attribute resistance ampule. Turn back and move straight ahead to pick up a special resistant ampule near the ladder leading to the roof. Then shift your focus to the workshop brawler. Yeah, that doesn't work. That guy is very heavy, so I have to wait for a moment. No shit. Ah, fuck, what am I doing? Oh my god. That was terrible. Oh well. Hang on, I need to heal. Once the brawler is defeated, we can go up the ramp and squeeze through the narrow gap ahead to drop onto a lower path containing a Fable catalyst. Next, head down towards the stairs, but watch out for the doll that climbs up on the left. Oh my god. Dropping off the ledge, we can perform another sneak attack before collecting Gemini's emergency protection. Ahead, there will be ranged puppets positioned on a bridge to our left. We can ignore the bridge for now, but if they spot us and we have any throwables, it's a good opportunity to take them out before we focus on the enemy to our right, standing at the top of the stairs. Continue ignoring the bridge for now and move through the archway to your right, where you will hear a phone ringing. Answer it to meet Arlecchino, the king of all riddles. Arlecchino presents us with a riddle. Although both possible answers will grant us the Trinity key, selecting human is the correct response and will reward us with additional humanity. Afterward, you can turn around and pick up the Radiant Ergo fragment behind some boxes in front of a gate. Finally, we make our way back to the bridge. If the ranged puppets didn't notice us earlier, additional puppets will climb up the sides as we get closer. However, if they spotted us before, those extra puppets will already be on the bridge. Clear them out, then grab the Legion magazine. Once that's done, we head up the stairs and enter Venigni Works. Once I reach the Stargazer, I return to Hotel Quartz to prep for the next area. You can choose to skip it if you're not interested in my build. Okay, if you check this poster here, it says Electric Blitz is effective for subduing puppets. Get out if you're not a stalker. Which means next ahead I will mainly use the Electric Coil Stick Hat, and I will actually go back to Hotel Quartz to upgrade it. So okay, I can't, but I can upgrade this too. Okay. Back in the yard, pick up the chain in front of the Stargazer and then head upstairs to find the dim ergo fragment to the right of the stairs. Return back to the stairs and enter the room on the left. Drop through the open hatch in the floor. There will be 2 factory puppets which have some erratic attacks that can be tough to interrupt, so deal with them swiftly. They're vulnerable to electric shock, so using the electric coil stick and the full Menace Legion arm are quite helpful in maximizing your damage output. After handling them, open the safe to obtain the Salamander Dagger. This dagger will be quite useful in upcoming areas. Now unlock the door to loop back to the Stargazer. We head upstairs once more, making our way deeper into the factory. As we move forward, listen to Gemini's remarks.
This place gives me the creeps. It's like something's gonna jump out any second.
Then, turn the corner to encounter 2 worker puppets, one of which hurls thermites. We can either take down the ranged puppet using a throwing cell or approach it directly. Either way, we should stick close to the railing, since the wooden planks in front will collapse if stepped on. Once the enemies are dealt with, we pick up the hidden moonstone tucked away in the corner. Next we head inside the factory building, cross the railing to the other side, and dispatch of the enemies here. Gosh, that was terrible. He got stuck on this thing here. I can't believe this. Pick up this sawtooth wheel. Continuing around the upper level, you can either descend taking the ladder or perform a falling strike, clearing out the enemies on the lower floor that would have ambushed us if we had fallen through the planks earlier. If you have throwing cells at your disposal, you can dispatch the enemies from a distance. Finally, open the chest to retrieve the Belford shock cartridge defense part, which is a defensive part that increases physical damage reduction, disruption resistance, shock resistance, and break resistance. It's a bit heavier weight-wise, but that is why I am constantly leveling up my capacity. Continue further into the building. To the right we will see a ladder, and to the left of it an alcove where we can find the factory manager's report. After collecting it, we'll continue around the corner, venturing deeper into the building where a vivid ergo fragment awaits to be picked up. As we enter the next room, a chained metal cube suddenly crashes through the floor. Inside, a new enemy awaits. The dual shield puppet. This foe is quite challenging, and if you're not particularly interested in the Legion caliber it drops, you can simply run past it to the other side of the room and come back later. It took me a few tries to take this one down. Circling around to its side and striking its back works best. But keep in mind that you cannot perform a backstab on this enemy, so proceed with caution.
Oh shit, Yeah, I prefer to circle around him. Yeah, I prefer to circle around him. There's honestly no point in trying to deflect this guy. It takes forever and I don't know. It's kind of a waste of time. You can try to learn the pattern, but wasting your time here on this guy, I don't think it's worth it. Unless you go for a no-hit run, of course.
Once we head up the stairs, we'll encounter a dimensional butterfly, which drops a motivity crank when defeated. Following the metal platform, we descend the stairs at the end, grabbing a thermite around the corner. At the end of the corridor, we can climb down the ladder and activate the Workshop Union CULVERT Stargazer. To the left in front of us, we find an electric blitz abrasive. From here, we have a few paths to explore for some extra loot. Heading straight into the red pipe from the Stargazer will lead us into a corrupted water area that inflicts corruption buildup when standing in it. This effect gradually reduces our HP and eventually destroys our weapon, so it's best to stick to the dry land along the edges while fighting the enemies we encounter here. Watch out for dolls hidden beneath the water surface as we navigate. Emerging from the pipe, we turn right to pick up a radiant ergo fragment. A worker puppet and a doll will attack us here. After taking them down, we circle around to the opposite strip of land to collect a Fable Catalyst. Continuing deeper into the corrupted swamp, we stick to the dry side of the water to avoid further corruption buildup. Up ahead, a brawler puppet will appear, accompanied by 3 dolls emerging from the water. It's best to back away, luring them out one by one to avoid getting overwhelmed. If you have any throwables, such as throwing cells at your disposal, it's a good idea to use them to take out the dolls before engaging the brawler.
Yeah, I suck at this.
Once they are defeated, we grab the Vivid Ergo Fragment on the right and move toward the back of the area. Here, our lantern will start glowing red, signaling a dimensional butterfly which will spawn between 2 drainage pipes. However, approach with caution as 3 worker puppets will drop down to ambush us. After clearing out the threats, trigger the dimensional butterfly and defeat it to be rewarded with a hidden moonstone. We then collect another hidden moonstone and a Venigni's urgent repair tool from either side of this area before returning back to our Stargazer. From the Stargazer, we head up the CULVERT stairs to the right. Ahead of us is a factory puppet. You can either draw its attention and back up into the tunnel you came from, allowing the flaming boulder from the right to take it out, or pull the puppet in and deal with it yourself. Whichever approach you choose, you need to watch out for the boulder. With the path clear, pick up the dim ergo chunk straight ahead. Looking to the left, you can spot another item further down the tunnel. Wait for the next fireball to pass, Dash forward, but be mindful of the blank puppet on the left, ready to ambush as you try to take cover. With the dangers out of the way, dash forward once more to pick up the dim ergo fragment before turning around and move up the tunnel in the opposite direction. As we progress, we use the ledges along the path to dodge the rolling fireballs. We will encounter more blank puppets here, either lure them into the fireball's path to deal with them or bring them closer to the safest zone to finish them off directly. At the top of the slope, we find Gemini's emergency protection next to a shortcut gate. Path through the gate and at the split, head straight to find a dim ergo fragment next to a ladder that we can release for a shortcut. Then backtrack and take the left path to grab a hidden moonstone before reaching the Workshop Union CULVERT Stargazer. Now let's return to the tunnel. Carefully maneuver past the rolling fireballs until a factory puppet breaks through the wall on the right, revealing a hidden pass. Ignore this passage for now and continue to the dead end, where we will face another factory puppet. Once it's defeated, open the chest nearby to obtain the fire axe. Afterward, backtrack to the hidden passage. Follow it to find a vivid ergo fragment and continue outside. Take a left and we will run into some stalkers.
To follow me everywhere.
Speak with the Red Fox to learn that the pair was hired by Venigni for a strange task and that the inventor is somewhere in the factory.
Moneybags himself, Venigni, is inside this factory this very moment.
You caught us on our return trip. We had to deny his ridiculous request in person just to be sure it wasn't a joke. All we could do was laugh.
Talk to Black Cat, who offers to sell the ripped Venigni Landmark Guide 3 for 500 ergo. After purchasing, take a moment to flip through the pages to reveal it's nothing more than a scam designed to support the Red Lobster Inn. Once done, we can speak with the Black Cat again for some extra dialogue. Across from the Stalkers, pick up the star fragment on the ground. Then, proceed into the nearby passage, staying alert for the factory puppet lurking on the left. Since the gate at the end is locked, head down the other passage and take a right at the split. Here, 3 workshop puppets guard a vivid ergo fragment. Once they're dealt with, continue through the nearby passage until you reach a set of doors marked with a symbol. Use the Trinity key acquired from Arlecchino to unlock them. Question of the day. Did this factory worker ever think he would be destroyed like a puppet? Three, create one. You who opened the door, be one with the great ones. Damn, he's strong. Alright, we got the blue Blood's tailcoat and Quartz. Once again, you can equip your outfit, your costume if you like to do that. It looks very, very fancy. I'm gonna stick to the basic stuff because that's what I like. After that, head back outside and continue down the passage to find an attribute resistance ampule and another shortcut. Head back the way we came, but this time enter the large red pipe. Inside, a legless factory puppet will crawl up from the area below. 3 more puppets will crawl along the top of the pipe.
Since I rested at the Stargazer earlier, I have more enemies to deal with now. Once they're taken care of, we exit the pipe and head left to reach the area beneath it. Here we will face 2 more factory puppets. After dealing with them, pick up the saw blade at the end of this area. Make your way into the tunnel and approach the locked gate. This will trigger a big burning puppet to appear. You can quickly unlock the gate to create a shortcut before engaging it, or be stupid like me and head first into the combat. This one has a fury attack with a long wind up, which I'm never able to parry properly. If you're struggling just like me, back away each time you see the wind up happening to avoid it. Yeah, it doesn't matter, it's fine. Why is this happening? No, you're almost dead! What the fuck? Yeah, I'm not good at this. Ah, okay, never mind. Stop, okay. After defeating the fire puppet and obtaining the Swordmanship Master's Amulet, proceed to the end of the tunnel to pick up an attribute purification ampule and pull the nearby lever. This will drain the corruption in the area below. Unlock the gate if you haven't done so already and return to the Stalkers location. Head up the stairs on the right and continue straight to find the lever on the left. Pull the lever, which will lower the raised section of the nearby pipe. Allowing us to cross to the other side. We will pass a radiant ergo fragment. You can collect it if you like to do so, however, I will run past all of the enemies first to loop back to the Union Workshop entrance and rest at the Stargazer. I return to Hotel Krat to upgrade my weapons and to level up. Once I'm ready, I return back to the Union Workshop entrance. First, I deal with the puppets in my path. I can't, I have 2 enemies behind me, so I can't really wait for his shit. Oh, for fuck's sake, die! Then, pick up the Radiant Ergo fragment I left lying earlier. Finally, I can climb down the ladder and deal with the optional boss puppet of the future. Since we have drained the corruption liquid from this area, this boss is fairly straightforward. Its attacks are simple and the key to victory is staying underneath it while avoiding its stomp attacks. When it starts its spinning attack, we can either back up or move between its legs. Just make sure to stay out of its range. Focus on attacking its feet and repeat this process until it's down. It's more of a rinse and repeat. Now don't stand on some bullshit again. Honestly, I'm tired of this.
Now that the area is clear, we can collect the Radiant Ergo Fragment, Hidden Moonstone, and Dim Ergo Fragment gathered along the sides. Make sure to open the chest here to obtain the booster glaive. I return to the Stargazer and travel back to Hotel Grad to upgrade my weapon, purchase extra quartz from Polendina, and to upgrade my P organ before tackling the next section. Once back at the workshop, we cross over the lowered pipe. Ignore the room directly ahead and head down to a room on the left. Here we pick up the special purification ampule as 2 factory puppets drop down. Make sure to take care of the puppets first before doing anything else. I tried seeing if they would follow me down the next hatch, but they didn't. Instead, they just trailed behind me. Next, we go up the stairs to find the doctor's confessions. Beneath the stairs, we pass through the door to spot the "Have you seen this eccentric?" advertisement. From here, we backtrack to the previous room and descend through the hatch to find the survivor rambling at a desk.
I must atone for my sins. I must kill more puppets.
If you're wearing the Blue Blood's tailcoat, he will mistake you for his late friend Leo, giving some unique dialogue.
Wait, those clothes.
Regardless of the outfit, speaking to him triggers an optional boss fight. The survivor fights with a longsword, delivering a series of rapid melee attacks that give us little room to recover. It feels as if he has limitless stamina, making him a relentless opponent. Either learn to parry his moves or dodge them and aim for a backstab. For a more casual approach, dodging and timing your backstabs is the easier route. Once you get the dodge timing right, it becomes possible to counter most of his combos with a critical backstab. However, since I'm looking to improve my perfect parrying, I opt for the first option.
Great. The fire thing ran out.
I'd known. Surviving was a hell of its own.
I don't like that. No! Why the fuck didn't this shit work? Oh gosh, I hate this. Probably crashed against the fucking wall again. Yeah, over out and out now. Don't want to do this anymore.
After he's defeated, we gain the Stalker's Promise Gesture, Survivor's Mask, and Survivor's Hunting Apparel. We have now unlocked the door that we spotted earlier while creating the shortcut in the flaming Boulder tunnel. Let's head back into the Survivor's room and climb up to the upper floor once more. Before we continue exploring the factory, it's a good idea to head back to Hotel Krat and speak with the NPCs about Venigni if we haven't done so already.
He's peculiar, but a good-hearted man.
Finally, we can head inside the control room. To find the control room, enter the doorway directly ahead of our bridge pipe. As we step inside, we'll hear Venigni complaining in the distance. Continue forward until we reach a large room.
Warning! Beware when handling corrosive chemicals. Be careful not to melt your fingers.
Then turn left to locate a staircase leading upward. At the top, turn right to pick up a star fragment on the ground. From there, turn right again and head into the room up ahead. Here we will find Lorenzini, Venigni, and the Venigni Works control room Stargazer. He will explain that the Stalkers abandoned him and his butler, Pulcinella, barricaded the back door. During this conversation, we obtain the fear gesture. It is up to you which level you prefer to clean first. I will start at the upper floor, since I'm already here. For that, let's cross the girders near the stairs to collect Gemini's iron protection. Then look to the left, where we will deal with some more enemies before spotting a technique crank nearby. Turn around and cross over to the platform on the other side. Watch out for the ranged puppets below. On the other side, we find Descartes' note. I purchased a bunch of sawtooth wheel from Polendina, so I'll make use of them here. If you have some extra throwables at your disposal, it's wise to use them on the enemies below. Continue along the girders to collect a dim ergo fragment. Next, take on the 3 workshop puppets on the adjacent platform to pick up the attribute Purification Ampule before returning to the Stargazer. It's now time to confront the large fire puppet. This one always gives me trouble, but at the same type we encountered earlier at the CULVERT. Once defeated, it dropped the Workshop Union Standard Radiation Converter. Lastly, head back up where we entered the control room and to the left, for a hidden moonstone near a worker puppet. At this point, it's a good idea to return to Hotel Krat to level up and upgrade our weapons if needed. When ready, return to the control room and head down the ramp at the back of the area, leading us to the center of Venigni Works to King's Flame Fuoco, our next boss. Fuoco has notable weakness to electric attacks, therefore using weapons like the electric cold stick or the Fulminous Legion arm will give us an advantage here. Make sure to equip the Workshop Union standard radiation converter, as it will help you mitigate the overheat status caused by his flame attacks during the second phase. Fuoco's attacks are generally well telegraphed, featuring sweeping arm motions and charging strikes. If you decide to dodge his attacks instead of learning how to parry them, it's best to either move in toward Fuoco or step back, as most of its swings cover the area from side to side. At around half health, Fuoco set the ground around it ablaze. To avoid getting caught in overheat, use a nearby pipe as cover. During this phase, Fuoco also gains new abilities, including ranged fire attacks that steadily drain health through overheat. Staying close will force it to rely more on melee strikes instead of these fire-based ranged attacks. Defeating Fuoco rewards us with the high-powered Flame Amplifier, King's Flame Ergur, and the Flame Grindstone. Nice. Continue over here. After the fight, check on the burnt puppet slumped against the left wall. Gemini will mention that this might be the puppet Venigni spoke of earlier.
Think it belongs to him? We gotta ask what happened sometime. Now's good.
Head back to Venigni and make sure to talk to him about the puppet before heading back to Hotel Krat.
Ah, you're back! And you found... Oh, dear. Pulcinella.
Pulcinella.
We did a number on you.
Venigni confirms that the burnt puppet we found is indeed his butler, Pulcinella. He suggests we return to Hotel Krat to rest while he attempts to repair Pulcinella.
See you at Hotel Krat. Arrivederci.
It's so cute! Arrivederci! Alright, let's teleport to Hotel Krat. Arrivederci! Upon returning to Hotel Krat, we find Venigni and a fully restored Pulcinella standing across from Eugenie. Speak with Venigni and he will formally introduce himself and provide the grinder modification tool, which lets us add special properties to our weapon using the grinder. Grindstones are consumables that add elemental damage to weapons for a short duration, but they require recharging at the Stargazer after use. Special Grindstone. You can equip a Special Grindstone on a grinder through Venigni or a Stargazer. There are different types of Special Grindstones that grant different effects to your weapons. You can use a Special Grindstone's effect in battle only once, but it recharges if you revive or visit a Stargazer.
Be sure to talk to him about Pulcinella to learn more about his loyal butler and to gain the swagger gesture.
My family. The only one I have left, really.
Next to Venigni, we can examine the Venigni craft machine to craft the Flamberg Legion arm or use the Legion caliber to upgrade any of our Legion arms. We can now talk to Pulcinella, who acts as a merchant. He offers various items, including electric blitz grindstones, differing cranks for modifying weapon handles, and defense parts. Before heading out, visit Geppetto for some optional dialogue and his thoughts on how the puppets might be breaking the Grand Covenant. Lastly, we can chat with Sophia downstairs about her powers and level up before heading back to the center of Venigni Works. When we're ready to continue, we return to the center of Venigni Works. Stepping through the doorway ahead, we begin our descent down the ladder. Join me in the next episode as we venture into the depths of St. Frangelico Cathedral and uncover the secrets hidden within its halls.